So this exercise is going to be a great way to work on diaphragm and core stabilizer muscle coordination so that we can learn how to manage intra-abdominal pressure and be able to manage So this is going to be a series of a couple exercises. It's going to walk you through how to relearn how to coordinate your diaphragm and other core muscles for optimizing intra-abdominal pressure for core stability. So I'm going to show you this in a supine position, which is gonna be on your back. We're going to need to already know how to create and coordinate our muscles to create intra-abdominal pressure. If you do not know how to do that or you haven't worked on that already, you might need to practice that first, but this is how we progress that into some more dynamic type of movements. So usually when I have people begin to learn intra-abdominal pressure management and practice, we are gonna be in this 90-90 supported position so that we can use the heels to get into a little bit less of an arch here and have a little bit of support for our legs and learn how to create intra-abdominal pressure here. Once we have mastered that, we can then progress it by moving away from leg support and starting with elevating our legs and keeping our back into the ground a little bit on our own. And now this is already harder and we can work on intra-abdominal pressure here. Once we have learned how to coordinate our breathing and maintaining pressure in that position, we can then add a dynamic component. Now, this is going to typically, look like the typical exercise called dead bugs, but we're gonna be doing them a lot more intentionally. So again, we wanna start in that position here. We wanna maintain and create intra-abdominal pressure. We wanna be able to breathe. Then we're gonna lower one leg at a time. And if we can tap, cool. If we can't because we lose pressure, we have to hold our breath or we feel our backs lifting off, then instead of tapping all the way down, we just move to the amount that we can and come back up. And we can alternate this movement just like we would with traditional dead bugs, but with way more intent from here. And that is going to be level 2. Level 3 is going to be making this a little bit more challenging by adding a straight leg component. Just make sure leg weigh a little bit more. It leverages the way that your muscles are having to work to offset your leg weight. So from here, same thing, start in that position with your back more in the ground, create intra-abdominal pressure. And then as we lower the leg, we are straightening and coming back up. Now, again, we want to get to that end range position, but we want to make sure we are not holding our breath or losing our position. So if you can't go all the way, then you can modify to there and we can alternate here. You should be feeling maybe a little bit of hip flexor stretching or work here. That's totally fine. And if you can handle those, then you can also do them with legs straight at this point, which adds just a little bit more difficulty as well. And once you have handled those, can manage your intra-abdominal pressure in all of these different variations, you're probably ready to progress to other things.